Today I wanted to talk to you about something that has worked really well for our family this fall. As the boys are getting older, they're getting into more extracurriculars after school, and I found I needed something that was quick and easy to take on the go, but also really nutrient dense because they need that replenishment of energy and nutrients between school and what they're headed to. Something that's worked really well is to take these single serve blenders from Hamilton Beach, blend up a smoothie that the boys will enjoy and be able to drink easily in the car and take it with me. And what's really convenient is the lid on top of the single serve blender works as kind of like a sippy cup, a travel mug. And what I've done is I've labeled them with Mabel's labels, both on the base and on the lid, so each boy can feel very personalized about the smoothie that they have. On the weekends, I let the boys make their own, and on the weekdays, I make them here at home and I take them with me. I'd like to take a few minutes and talk to you about some of the ingredients that I offer to the boys to choose from and how we make different ones throughout the variety of the week. So first and foremost, we need a liquid base. We tend to use plant-based milks in our home. Coconut milk is the most common one that we use. I like that it has a little bit of added fat for the children, which is really important for their growing bodies and brains. You could also use almond milk, cashew milk, even coconut water if you wanted to. One plant-based milk that does have protein to it is the Ripple Foods milk. It has a pea-based protein in it, and soy milk also has protein in it. And then of course you could use something like a sheep milk, a goat milk, a cow's milk that would all offer protein as well. If you're using a plant-based milk that does not have a source of protein, then it's great to add a source of protein to the smoothie. One of the things that I sometimes use is hemp hearts. Not only do these provide a complete protein, meaning they have all the essential amino acids, but they also provide a really great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which are an awesome source for children in terms of growth of their brain, help with their eye health, and just anything that might be going on in the body in terms of inflammation or anything along those lines. We know that omega-3 is really important, and that's available in hemp hearts. Those are also available in chia seeds. So again, a complete protein containing all of those essential amino acids that we need to get from food or supplement that the body can't make. And also a great source in here of omega-3 fatty acids. So one or both of those would be a good option. Another option in terms of protein would be, instead of the actual hemp hearts, using a hemp protein powder. Another vegan option is from Kids Shake. So this is casein free, whey free. This is a vegan option for adding protein. So sometimes I'll use this one for Clay if I'm wanting to use a protein powder. Kids Shake also offers one that is not vegan. So sometimes I'll use this one for Wes or Rhett. Amazing Grass makes awesome protein supplements too. There are many varieties under the Amazing Grass realm, and that may be one that you want to look into. Healthy Height is one of my favorite protein powders for kids on the market. As it says, helps kids grow. It's actually even been proven through research with Healthy Height that for children that might have been malnourished in the past, that this can really help move them along. And so that is one that I would recommend. And then another one that I really like is the spruce collagen option. So this is the marine one. They have a few varieties of that, and adding a scoop of this to the smoothies can work really well. And you don't even have to always add a full scoop of protein powders. You may want to use just even a half scoop. Depends what other sources of protein your children have in their day and what else you might be adding into the smoothie. The next piece that I would look at would be vegetables and fruit. I always like to have really rich sources of antioxidants, and I find that fruit, whether it be a banana or whether it be a frozen fruit or a combination of, it really helps to give kind of that nice flavor to the smoothie, and also a nice texture. So my kids really love when I add bananas into their smoothie. So almost every smoothie they have will have a half or a whole banana. And typically we'll also add in some frozen kale. Sometimes I'll use fresh kale or fresh spinach, but I find the frozen gives a nice texture, and it means too that I can just always have it on hand because I have it in the freezer. So those are two really common things. A combination that Wesley has really liked recently is cranberry and orange. Often I'll still add in a bit of banana and kale, give them some frozen cranberries and some orange, and I'll usually put a date into that one as well, because the tartness of the cranberry just requires a little bit more maybe sweetness for palatability, and he likes if I put that in. I also, for that one in particular, like to add cinnamon and ginger, but there are a variety of different combinations, and turmeric is another spice that I'll also often add in. Ginger is very calming for the body and for the stomach, adds a nice flavor. Cinnamon can help to stabilize blood sugar, which is more important usually in adults, but we certainly know that anything that's beneficial for us is often beneficial for our kids as well. So if nothing else, then the flavor. And often I'll put cinnamon into one that I've used an apple for. So something like carrot and apple, and then cinnamon and ginger, for example. And then turmeric, just a sprinkle of turmeric, so awesome for the immune system for both acute and chronic illnesses. So sometimes I'll add a sprinkle of that in as well. If I'm adding turmeric, I'll also usually add a date or a fig in there just to give that little bit of extra sweetness as well. Frozen mangoes are awesome for giving body to smoothies. So that's a combination that my kids often will enjoy, is to do a banana and mango, and then the frozen kale. Sometimes I'll throw a little frozen avocado or fresh avocado in there as well. I find that fresh avocado gives a little more of that avocado flavor that overpowers the smoothie, whereas frozen avocado typically doesn't. So I'll usually lean towards the frozen avocado if I want to get a little omega-3 in there, if I haven't added in the chia seeds or hemp heart. So always different varieties that we can do, and it keeps it exciting for children, and also helps to meet that idea of, you know, adequacy and balance and moderation in their diet overall. Another ingredient that gives good body to smoothies and good nutrients would be frozen cauliflower rice. So this one in particular has carrots and peas in it, but you could do plain if you wanted to. There's also varieties that come with peppers. So again, just an addition of nutrients, making it as nutrient dense as possible within each smoothie. My boys absolutely love when I add beet powder along with a variety of berries, banana, and kale. They think it's the coolest color, and because I love pink so much, they'll say, "Oh, Mommy, it's your favorite color, you love pink." So just keeping food fun while we're actually adding in a ton of nutrition and antioxidants with beet powder. So that's another one. This is actually from a company called Glean, and they have really awesome other ones as well, including sweet potato, which I'll sometimes use in smoothies too, and for sure in like muffins and cookies and that type of thing. Another protein powder that I didn't mention earlier I wanted to point out to you is this one. It's basically made from tiger nuts. It has a really good source of iron in there, and it also has vitamin C. So whenever we have a source of non-heme iron, so plant-based iron, adding a source of vitamin C in can really help in terms of absorption. So we could do one of these, we could add in the orange, we could add in some strawberries or some cranberries, in addition to some of the vitamin C that's already in here, and that really helps with absorption. If you have a child who you're concerned about the amount of iron that they're taking in, or maybe they've been tested and you find that they have iron deficiency anemia, a smoothie is a really great way to get an iron supplement in. We'd only want it to be once a day in the amount that you have talked to your physician or your healthcare provider about. But if this particular time, if you say, okay, in the afternoon we're gonna offer a smoothie in between school and extracurricular, and that's where we're gonna throw the iron in, or maybe you're thinking about this type of thing but more as an on-the-go breakfast smoothie, you could consider an iron supplement. So one of the iron supplements that I like is this one. There are certainly others on the market as well, and this isn't meant to be a means of prescribing an iron supplement for your child, just more to give you the idea of if you are looking for extra iron, that this can be a means for that. If you're not in the habit of using hemp hearts or chia seeds, or if you find that your child needs a little extra omega-3, I really like both the Sealicious and the doTERRA omega-3 supplements. Again, this isn't saying your child has to have these or prescribing them, just making you aware that these do exist. The Sealicious also has vitamin D as part of it, and the doTERRA one also has some essential oils as part of it, which can help with immunity. Both the vitamin D and the essential oils are great for immunity. Wheatgrass is something else that I will often add in, especially to mine, but sometimes I'll add in a sprinkle to my kids as well. I find that as soon as I use something that has a bit of kind of a more bitter or more sour or any sort of flavor to it that the kids might find off-putting, that's when I'm more likely to add a little bit more fruit to it, just to give that sweetness to offset. So dates, figs, bananas, frozen berries, these are all things that you can help to add just a little bit of extra sweetness while also giving lots of nutrient density as well. I try to stay away from adding things like honey or maple syrup. Not that those are bad for children, they can certainly be part of a balanced, healthy diet, but if we can add sweetness in a more natural way, like berries or banana, where we're also getting vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants as well, that's obviously a good thing and a good goal to have. So that's a variety of some of the ingredients that we use in our home. We mix and match them in personalized ways for the kids and for myself. I hope that gives you some ideas for your family as well. And as always, please go ahead and leave any questions or comments that you have below. If you have a favorite smoothie recipe that you wanted to share, please go ahead and do that as well.